After a season that was at times hard to watch due to the sheer number of times that quarterback Shedeur Sanders was sacked, hurried, and ultimately sidelined due to a fractured back, Coach Prime took to the offseason and utilized his 40-40-20 rule to address the issues in the trenches. These issues plagued the Colorado Buffs, causing them to be one of the worst teams at protecting the quarterback. In fact, Shedeur Sanders was the most sacked quarterback in college football. The talent Colorado had at quarterback, running back, and at wide receiver was simply unable to overcome the deficiencies that they had on the line. So Coach Prime went out and addressed that.
We did some wonderful things. You could see what we have and what we're building, and you could see the need. So, just like recruits, you don't think they're watching TV and they see the needs that we have. It's very easy to understand this is what we need, and this is the type of quarterback that we have. So I'm happy with what I see for the future.
It has become obvious that Coach Prime knew exactly what he was talking about and that players were watching. Players like Khalil Benson, offensive lineman, 6'6", 325 pounds, a 2-year starter who only allowed 1 sack and nearly 800 snaps, coming from Indiana. But he wasn't the only big dog. Another big dog that decided to put on the black and gold is Tyler Johnson, coming from Houston. An offensive lineman standing at 6'5", weighing 320 pounds. Another starter coming out of Houston, who only allowed 2 sacks and 890 career pass block snaps. Now that's a guard dog for you right there. If you thought Coach Prime wasn't serious about pass protection and run blocking, then you haven't been watching. Here's Justin Mayers, a offensive lineman standing at 6'3", 310 pounds, only allowed 1 sack and 402 passing attempts. And he too is a starter coming from Utah. And Coach Prime is picking up starters. He's not picking up players who haven't cracked the rotation. Here's a player, Yakiri Walker, center, 6'2", weighing in at 275 pounds. And he has nearly 800 offensive snaps at UConn in the past season. He's the number 8 ranked inside offensive lineman in the transfer portal. Now, much has been said about Coach Prime not getting a lot of high school developmental prospects, but here's one right here, Cash Cleveland coming from IMG, and he is an inside offensive lineman standing at 6'3", weighing 300 pounds, and he was the starting center for IMG. His film looks great. He's got quick feet and a big body. And if you're going to recruit high school, why not get the best available player at your greatest position of need? And that's what Coach Prime did. Jordan Seaton was definitely a big-time pickup, and he has the potential to be an impact player coming straight out of high school. Not many players can say that, and not many coaches can say they have a player of that caliber. When it comes to recruiting high school prospects in the era of the transfer portal, Coach Prime has taken a wise approach. What he's doing is focusing on getting a handful of prospects who could possibly come in and make an impact immediately. Alternatively, you can stick to the tradition of recruiting 20 or so prospects out of high school, try to develop them, only to see them jump into the transfer portal. But to each his own, do what works for you. I personally am excited to see where this goes with Coach Prime. He's doing what they said he couldn't do, which is make his team better through the transfer portal at that position. And only time will tell if that battle cry, "Don't touch two," will stand up on the field. That remains to be seen. He brought in some dogs, and we're going to see what they can do in those trenches. Peace, and God bless.